Hello everyone, and welcome to Biopedia. We've all heard of a population, but the concept of a metapopulation might be a bit more obscure. Essentially, what this entails is a collection of populations, which are isolated in space, but connected by dispersal of individuals. The idea was coined by the biologist Richard Levins, among others, in the late 1970s. It's based on the principle that ecosystems are not homogeneous, given different biotic or abiotic factors which create variability and different patches within the ecosystem. The book Bowman's Ecology notes that the idea of a metapopulation would literally translate into a population of populations. So, within the larger metapopulation, local populations exist in different patches which are suitable for them to survive in. Individual populations may be isolated from their neighbours, but can be connected with one another by individuals travelling between them, as we noted above. Now, these local populations can go extinct, due to dispersal between patches being challenging or a fluctuating environment, and individual patches can become empty due to this extinction. For a metapopulation to persist, colonisation of patches has to occur faster than extinction. The way I remember thinking about the concept when I was taught it is that these different patches can act as a series of fallback options, if you like. The metapopulation overall is ideally in dynamic equilibrium, because the number of patches which are occupied ideally stays fairly constant, but which patches these are within the larger habitat can vary due to colonisation and extinction events. So, as I said, local populations can go extinct. In such a case, the metapopulation structure may be necessary for the species to survive, due to the existence of populations in different patches. However, the structure of metapopulations can differ between different species. As just one example, the checker spot butterfly's metapopulation structure consists of a core population with smaller satellite populations in other patches, which are too small and fluctuate too much in terms of population size to be able to survive on their own. The stable core source patch therefore acts to sustain the other patches through dispersal, preventing this local extinction. Human activity can create metapopulations where there were none before, and potentially wreak havoc with metapopulation dynamics. After all, activities such as logging or land development might convert what used to be one continuous habitat into smaller segments which are spatially isolated, meaning that a metapopulation structure arises. If this fragmentation continues, the rate of colonisation of different patches may decline, because the increased isolation of different patches makes the probability of individuals encountering them while travelling smaller. In addition, fragmentation can result in smaller patches, which have smaller populations which are more prone to going extinct. Ultimately, a shift in the ratio of extinction to colonisation can occur due to this activity, which may cause a species to go extinct entirely, despite some suitable habitats still being present. One example of such a dynamic is with the northern spotted owl, which lives in the Pacific Northwest. Breeding pairs live in territories between about 12 and 30 square kilometres, in specifically older forests. Bowman's Ecology highlights a 1998 study, which estimated that the species could go extinct if the suitable habitat dropped below 20% due to logging. As always, thank you all for listening. Feel free to get in touch at the show's email address for any questions, comments, or topic suggestions for future episodes. Until next time, have a great week, everyone.